Good seeing you. Let me know when you can do it.
Yeah, we're all set.
Okay, this is important because we're really trying to improve the community through suitable housing and community development. So our hope is that we will be successful in placing someone to benefit from the house. And hopefully we can do this again in the future with the help of the city and the other entities that have participated in funding.
Comfortable mention our name.
We've worked with Empower and Haven Inc. New housing services. The city has played an integral role in making this come to fruition. So again, the hope is that those sources will be available for the next time we do this project, which hopefully will be sooner than later.
Well, Common Ground is thrilled to have been part of this and helping to knit together the resources in the community, that wonderful relationship with Yale and the city and also with the VA to identify the Wells family. Our mission is to end homelessness, and we know that one of the ways we do that is by preventing homelessness before it happens. And too many of our veterans come back from service and face housing challenges. And what's so powerful about this project is just imagine if every community came together in this way and built a home or two or three for veterans who are struggling with housing challenges. I think we feel very proud of ourselves as communities and as a country if we look at the kind of initiative that the Yale and the New Haven community all together has shown in making this opportunity happen for the Wells family.
Beautiful. Wonderful for nice.
You jump up down. You jump up and down at me. Where are my taxes? Even those who are drinking in the backyard? Alumni, our client Roseanne Haggerty, who's here on my left, President of Common Ground, and Mayor John DiStefano, as well as other city officials and the neighbors. This is the 19th affordable house Yale students have built in New Haven, and the first built with Common Ground community. This year's house marks a high point of cooperation between faculty, students, and clients, especially during the design phase of the project. Great efforts were made in the studio to design a house that fits this unique site and very specific community and client demands while meeting schedules and budgets. The positive results of this cooperation can be seen clearly all around us in the city. Practical but artistic, and as the mayor said, full of angles like Yale.
Angels, did he say? Angels?
Angels and angles, yes, indeed. He's playing both sides in this election, yes. This house promises to become a benchmark for the program with wide applicability to affordable house construction in general. With this house, we at the school reaffirm that architecture is a socially responsive and socially responsible art. Our many thanks and congratulations to the class of 2009 for a wonderful job in designing and building this year's house. Of course, they had superb direction from their faculty, Alan Organsky, who was here, and I'm sure he's around, waved frantically, wildly, and who was the coordinator for the studio, and his fellow critics, Peter de Bretteville, Amy Lelyveld, Hillary Sample, and Joe Moore, who are, most of whom are here as well. Three other faculty also deserve special thanks. Herb Newman, who oversaw the competition process leading to the selection of the realized design. Paul Brouard, who served as building project director for 35 years and continues to remain closely attached to the project. There is Paul. Hopner, himself an alumnus of the building project, who effortlessly grabbed the leadership reins and with total dedication has made it possible to complete the project on schedule and on budget. It's nice that we have this occasion so Adam can meet his children again. What's your name? I would also like to thank Ed Stanley and his colleagues who made a contribution with the structural engineering, and Josh Rowley of the school's fabrications workshop, who was so generous with his time. Our appreciation goes to James Tate, where is Tate, of the class of 2007, who spent their first postgraduate summer as teaching assistants on this project. The experience they brought from their past participation in the building project was essential to the success of this year's house. 3 years ago, Lindsay Suter of our faculty encouraged and aided the students, I'll get to you eventually, to their first application for a grant from the Connecticut Clean Energy Fund. There are a lot of people to thank. The CCEF, to include a sun solar 1.6 kilowatt photovoltaic system on the building project. That application and 2 more since have been successful, so this is the 3rd year the CCEF has helped us. CCEF was moved to renew the grant despite the fact that it lies outside of their normal established programs, because they believe that their support will have a strong and enduring impact through the work of 50 students every year. As a result, the 6 teams accommodated conservation, including photovoltaics, and the winning design was chosen in part because of its imaginative response to solar requirements. I would also like to thank Sunlight Solar for helping to make these energy plans for conservation a reality. The Yale administration has been very helpful to us in realizing the building project over the years. In particular, I wish to acknowledge Bruce Alexander, University Vice President for New Haven and State Affairs and Campus Development. Bruce is here. I know I saw him. There he is. Assistant Vice President of New Haven and State Affairs, Michael Moran, who's also here. Usually the tallest person, but he's around. Jerry Warren, who could not be here, he's at the Women's Faculty Forum, and Laura Cruikshank, Director of University Planning and Facilities, who's way in the back there. A special debt of gratitude is owed to our Deputy Provost for the Arts, Barbara Shaler, who was also at that Women's Forum. I particularly want to acknowledge Barbara's continuing efforts on behalf of this project and the school in general. I'm also going to say thanks to our generous alumni who've contributed to the Charles Moore Building Fund and to the Building Fund internship, which are critical to this project. As many of you know, some students stay on in the summer as interns, and we pay them. We also have typically a high school student from New Haven or the immediate area as an intern on the project. I particularly want to acknowledge the support of the partners at Centerbrook Architects, Mark Simon, Jefferson Riley of class of 1972, J.P. Chadwick Floyd, 1973, Bill Grover, 1969, and their one non-Yale partner, Jim Childress. In this case, this house will be home to Renee Wells and her family. Miss Wells is a single female veteran of the First Gulf War, and we welcome her to her new home. And her son is about to take the mayor as soon as I finish talking on a tour. We're delighted, and we hope you enjoy your new place. For the first time, the building project is not only building a house, but in essence 2 dwellings, because there is a full apartment, 1-bedroom rental apartment above here, which will help Miss Wells meet the mortgages and pay the taxes to the mayor. She's very interested. It is now
Did you say those are donated, Tim?
Yale will only give so much. We give taxes. We do hors d'oeuvres in the room. I'd like to first introduce Rosemary Haggerty, President of Common Ground.
For us to be here, and just to echo Dean Stern's thanks to all of the contributors, and especially to thank you. And the mayor, the city of New Haven contributed the land on which this house is built, the remarkable students and faculty of the design program. Thank you for the extraordinary work here. I counted, I think, 40 different names on this poster. And I think that's significant because Common Ground's role in all this is our mission is ending homelessness. And one of the best ways to do that is to prevent it before it happens. And we know that in our country, too many of our homeless are veterans. 23% of the homeless in this country are veterans. And so the fact that Yale, the City of New Haven, and so many people in this community have come together to make this house a reality, but also to create this inspiration for what other communities and other schools of architecture might do. I mean, this is really the way you beat a solvable problem. You break it down into small parts, you get good ideas, and you replicate them. And we hope that this becomes a real beacon for what other communities and other architecture schools can do. And so we're very proud to be part of this, very proud to be working with the West Haven Veterans Organization and the terrific Lori Harkness, and absolutely thrilled that Renee and her children will enjoy living in this home. Thank you.
We need a good client, but a supportive government infrastructure committed to getting things done. We thank the City of New Haven personnel. The Bush administration. I keep personnel. Don't pick on me. He's a sweet guy, if I can get to know him. Anyway, I want to thank Frank Damore, Deputy Director of Property for the City of New Haven, and Andrew Rizzo. I want to thank Karen Gilbarg, a graduate of our school, who's the Executive Director of the City Plan Department. I know Karen is here. And especially, despite a little ribbing, I want to thank and extend special recognition to Mayor John DeStefano, who's a great urban leader who has always been an active supporter of our building project. Have you seen the Coliseum lately? Well,
Let me begin by paraphrasing Robert Stern. You're all thanked. Good to see you all. Okay, so that's all you got to remember. You're due July 1st and January. Remember that, we're going to get along fine. We really will. You know, this just briefly. I think what makes the city's work and makes this city particularly work is the texture and feel of the place. That you go down a street and no street is like another street. And in the tradition of not finding anything you'll see any place else, we have this wonderful structure, which is now, there's this great rich tradition of putting these units around the city. And I think it makes it interesting and fun and exciting. And just say one thing, I know fully 25% of the city's population might be considered disabled, and most disabled units are put in high-rises in the city of New Haven, and I think it's amazing and wonderful that we can go down to Suit Street and find this wonderful residential building that does it very differently, does it very well. Good luck, God bless, and I really love it.
Tell Preston about our involvement.
About what?
Our involvement.
Our company, Renee, the down payment to pay off for mortgage insurance, and that's going to make it much easier. Yeah. So that's going to be wonderful.
And you're doing the mortgage insurance as well?
Yes. Great. Absolutely.